Alright, hi guys. I went and found some gloves because I can't get to my heater and it's freezing in here. So, went and got some gloves. Scroll down to pattern focus to find today's pattern. I like these gloves. They got that little finger pad thingy so you can use your phone. This one. Okay, so this is sort of a flowery, kind of a weird looking pattern, but we'll give it a go. Come on, nice and big. Thank you very much. Can I zoom? Oh, look, I can zoom. Okay, so we're going to start with a loop, and then we're going to do 3 of them together to make a sort of a triangular pattern, and then we're going to do 3 more loops in between those, so we have a 6-sided kind of a star-shaped thing. And then inside each of those we're gonna do another loop like that, so it's got like a little aura in it. And then coming out from these places, we get little wiggly, jiggly lines. Jiggle, 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 jiggle. It's like it's on electrified, isn't it? And that's it. That's all there is to this pattern. So let's give that a go. Should be fairly simple. Let's do it on the back of this one. And I don't think I'll need a pencil guide for the edge, but you know, maybe I'll just do it anyway, just lightly, just so I don't get too close to the edge. But I think I'm just going to put one right here in the middle. Feels weird to draw with the gloves on, but it's better than having frozen fingers. It is, according to the temperature, it's 64 outside, and it has got to be at least 10 degrees cooler in here. It's not nice and cool, but I'm freezing. I know, I'm a wimpy California girl. Okay, so I want a nice big one like that. There's going to be 3. Something like that. And then in between, it's actually almost better to do it with 4 because of the way I drew it. So I'm just going to do it. I'm gonna embrace the change, and I'm just going to do it that way anyway. Alright. Yeah, drawing with gloves on, not so precise. And then we do that. Like that. And then coming out from it is this sort of, I'm going to start here and just extend those lines. It's an interesting pattern, isn't it? I don't think I want extra of the zigs. I don't know, maybe one. maybe 2. Let's do 2 small ones in between each of those. Okay. Definitely an electrifying sort of a thing. I think I want to... I think I want these darker, but I don't want it all the way filled in, so I'm going to do little stripies. Like that. I'm going to apologize in advance for any loud noise you might hear. My son is doing a little sawing, a little construction out there in the patio, so it shouldn't be too loud, but you might hear it in the background, so just to let you know. The wind finally stopped blowing. But it's going to pick up again tomorrow, so we have those horrible dry, hot winds. Well, they're not really that hot. Dry winds. And all those terrible fires in California. Just probably the worst that I remember. They're not as close to me as some other fires have been, but that one in Northern California with that entire town of Paradise being basically just wiped right off the map is horrendous. Okay, I like that. I think I'm going to do an aura in maybe the thicker. I don't want that size though. I want, let me find my pens and get a size in between that. Let me try a 5. I'm going to switch to an 05, which should be a little bit thicker, but not as thick as that 8. And then I want to do I'll make this more of a solid shape by connecting those. So basically I'm done with the shape. I'm just embellishing now. Yeah. Okay, I like that better. Probably should have done this with a smaller pen, but started it with the big one now. There. I like that. It needed something. I'm almost thinking, oh, let me go back to my smaller pen and sign it and put the name. Doesn't matter which way I go. B-A-L-L-I-R. I want, this may be crazy, I may be completely ruining it, but we're going to give this a go. Yeah, that's what I want. And that'll help disguise the fact that I used 2 different size pens here. I wasn't too happy with that. Okay, so while I'm doing this, I can answer a question. I still have some of those questions from the other day. They're probably kind of stupid, but what do you love about yourself? Well, I love that I love to draw, and I love that I love to teach. So, sharing my passion of drawing with you guys is what I love. I feel like we're all creative beings in some way, shape, or form. Even if you say you're not creative, you are. You might not be creative in the artistic sense. But you're creative in some fashion, whether it's being mechanically inclined and being creative in figuring out problem solving, engineering, or artistically, with paints or drawing or photography or digital art, paint pouring. It's all creative, all making things. If you're not into that, if you are into cooking or that's also creative. Drama, music. They're all creative acts, even when you don't think you're being creative. If you have made something with your hands or written, art, authors are also creative. You've created a story. If you've come up with a solution at home or at work to a problem, you are a creative. I believe we are all created as creative beings. It's part of our DNA. I think that's part of what sets us apart as humans from other animal species. We are creative. It's just in us. So even if you don't think you're a creative being, you are. If you're watching me, you obviously are interested in the creative process in one way or another. So I'm kind of preaching to the choir, but anyway. If you have someone in your family who says, I don't have a creative bone in my body, I bet you could tell that person something about themselves that is creative, and they never looked at it that way. That's all. Like my son says he's not creative, but he's thinking about it in the art way, like because I am so artsy. But you know, right now he's out sawing up chunks of wood and building a beautiful creative design for the base of the posts of our new patio, because they looked kind of funny just kind of sticking up there. And so he's created a design in wood to put around the bottom of the post to make it look more interesting. And that's creative. But he doesn't see it that way. He sees it as engineering. So it's definitely creative. Those engineering types just don't see it. Decided I'm going to fill in that in here too. Okay. Oh, I like that. And then I want to put a little bit of shading just maybe right here at each of these points. Oops, not there. Here. That. Get my blending stump. That's awesome. Oops, I missed a spot. You guys were yelling at me, weren't you? I think you were. Okay. There we go. Done. I think that came out kind of interesting. It was a different sort of tile, wasn't it? Alright, you guys have a great day. I will see you on the next video. Go out and do something nice for someone today and make the world a better place. And I will see you later. Bye-bye.